Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, Ursa.
Hello.
Hi, glad to see you all here. Just want to welcome everyone. My name is Yrsa Weatherspoon, and I am the new chair of the SLAC committee. And we want to give James Ellis thanks and praise for being an effective and proficient chairperson, not only to this committee, but as an executive member of Community Board 8. He has weaved in plenty of pearls, and his presence will be missed. So I wanted to give you that news. I also want to note that Community Board's bylaws give SLAC committee the full authority to vote on its behalf during July and August when the full board is on hiatus. I also want to give a little housekeeping. Please be advised that this meeting is being streamed to YouTube, and to respect the privacy of the participants, we will not recite or place personal contact information in the chat. Any contact information can be privately sent to CB8 office. Any questions or comments, please enter your name in the chat to be called upon. We're still waiting a little bit for some of our members and applicants to join us. So if we can just give it a few minutes, we would appreciate it. Thank you. Hello again, everybody. Again, I'm Yrsa Weatherspoon, and I want to introduce you to our Vice Chair, Robert Widowatz, and also our Secretary, Deborah Young.
Our secretary?
Yes, Deborah Young.
Yes.
You're present with us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna Rob, if you just wanted to check our members, I do believe we have a quorum. If you could check that, please.
Happily, I'm trying to open the document. Give me a moment.
Oh, Miss Young.
Yes.
Hi. I think I did an April Fool's on you in
you
July.
Did. You put me in shock. I'm saying, oh my God, I'm not prepared for that. When did that happen?
Sorry about that.
I was really hopeful.
Thank you, Rob. That sounds like
Anytime,
a vote
Deb.
of confidence, but I don't know today.
Like, what is she doing? She just like sprung that on me.
She sure
I'm
did.
sorry about that.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad, Tic Tac, you're taking it back. Okay. I can relax now.
Yeah, please do. Please
Thank
do.
you.
Yes.
All right, I'm ready to call the roll, if I may.
Great. Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to go through it alphabetically by last name. If you're here, please unmute and say here, present, or yes, or something like that. And if I hear you, I will say thank you and move on to the next name. If I don't say anything and move on to the next name, and you did speak, that means I didn't hear you. So please put it in the chat or check your mute button. All right. Kiermany Allison.
Present.
Thank you. Wayne Bailey. Gail Branch Muhammad.
Here.
Thank you. Janet Collins.
Present.
Thank you. Diane Duke. Mika Gibbs. Oliver Hart.
Present.
Thank you. Alicia Nocenzo.
Present.
Thank you. Fior Ortiz Joyner.
Present.
Thank you. Robert Puka. Brian Saunders.
Present.
Thank you. Meredith Staten. Mark Thurton.
Here.
Thank you. Ethel Tyus.
Present.
Thank you. Mr. Vacconi said he might be late. Irsa Weatherspoon.
Present.
Thank you. Robert Witherwax, yes. Deborah Young. Thank you. We have 12 members present. We have a quorum, 12 out of 19 voting members. If I didn't call your name and you think you should be a member, text me in the chat.
Thank you, Mr. Witherwax. I also want to welcome our new committee members, Alicia Nocenzo and Fior Ortiz Joyner. Thank you. So next we're going to do roll call for our applicants to see who is present. BK Rogers.
Present.
Meet.
Meat Cafe, you mean?
MEAT on Kingston?
Yes.
Okay,
Meat
thank
Cafe,
you.
present. Hi, thank you.
Hi. Memes?
Oh, yes. For Mimi's. Mimi's.
Oh, I'm sorry. Memes.
That's
Mimi's.
okay.
I'm sorry. Thank you for the correction. Mi Tierra?
Present, I'm representing Mi Cafe and Mi Tierra.
Okay, thank you. Mitchell's? Do we have Mitchell's present? Morgan's?
Present.
Okay, Anaka? Shushi Lin?
Yes, yeah, I'm here.
Do you have your paperwork with you?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Do you have your paperwork?
What's paperwork?
The application. Your
Yeah,
renewal
it's the renew.
application.
Yeah, I have the renew application for liquor authority.
Okay, because the office hasn't received it, so we don't have it.
Okay, so I have the two. Yeah, I have another one.
Okay, can you forward that to this address? Can you send that to the email?
Send
Right
to
now?
the board. Okay, hold on one second.
Yeah, please.
So what's the application? Your application or liquor authority application?
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, okay, so which application? Your board application or renew application?
The renewal application that needed to be completed long before today.
Okay, so renew application to legal authority? Yes, I have it, yes.
Yep.
Okay.
The information sheet with the details of your operation, the hours of operation, outdoor space, all of that stuff. It's the 4-page form that was sent to you.
No, I didn't fill out yet, yeah. So I only have the renew application for the legal authority.
But what we need is that application, that 4-page application that should have been filled out and ready for today. That's
No,
what,
I
that's
don't
what we're
have
looking
it.
to have. That's what we're using tonight.
Okay, so maybe I can postpone to next month. I don't have it, yeah.
Okay, so you're willing to postpone till next month?
Yes.
When does your license expire?
Let me see. Like October, end of October.
October, okay, great. Okay, so we will be in touch with what it is that you need, okay?
Yeah, sorry for that, yes.
No
Yeah.
problem. I'm just glad that your expiration isn't this month. So
Okay.
we'll see you next month. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, Koto Sushi?
Yeah, it's me, it's me again, yes.
Oh, is that you as well?
Yes.
Okay,
Same thing.
so
Yeah,
same thing,
more,
okay.
same thing. License expire end of October, possible to next month.
Okay, so you do know that that'll be two 4-page applications that you have to fill out, right?
Later from your website or you send to me?
Yeah, we will talk offline, okay?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, you
Wonderful,
have a nice
thank you.
evening. Thanks, bye-bye.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Okay, Olmsted? Are you
Yes,
here?
we are here.
Okay, okay,
We are
great.
here.
Excellent. All right, miscellaneous? Okay. Dewan Grill Indian Cuisine?
We're here. Oh, I'm
Okay,
sorry. I'm looking for. I'm sorry. That was Joy. I thought it was Devon and
No.
Studios. Sorry.
but you're here, so that's good. Your SPS Enterprise, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, so again, Dewan Grill. And finally, BK Lobster. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so first up will be BK Rogers.
Hi.
Hi. Give me a second. While I just give me a second, but what's your name, please?
Rosa?
Rosa. Last name?
Minnie? M-I-N-I?
Minnie. Okay, thank you. Give me a second, miss. All right. Okay, so you are Rosalba Minnie.
Yep.
Okay, and the corporation is BK99 Rogers Corp. Doing business as 99 Rogers. You've been in operation for 6 years. Restaurant and bar, renewing your liquor, wine, beer, and cider license. 10 tables, 36 chairs. I'm sorry, 10 tables. That should be chairs, right? No? Seats. I'm sorry, 36. I'm reading it wrong. Seats at table 36, 10 tables, 1 bar with 12 seats. Your maximum capacity is 68, and your hours of service is Sunday from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 1 p.m. to 12 a.m. Friday, 1 p.m. to 2 a.m. and Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 a.m. This area, we have the outdoor service, and this area you have listed was not in your previous application. So were you part of the COVID allowances? Is that what we have here?
Correct.
Okay, just wanted to be sure. And it's a sidewalk cafe, 10 by 20, 10 tables, 24 seats. The maximum capacity out there is 24. and your services, your hours of service for that area is Sunday from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m., Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 1 p.m. to 10 p.m., and Saturday, 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. Correct?
Correct.
Excellent, excellent. Are there any other changes that we to know about outside of this COVID allowance?
Nope.
Okay. And at your bar, you have 4 speakers.
Yes.
Okay. No live entertainment. Were you getting ready to say something? No.
From my
Okay.
end,
I'm sorry.
sorry, from my end, no.
No. Okay. And you have 7 service employees and no security personnel.
Correct.
All right. And 10 residences in the building where the premises is located, and 1 person on either side, or which side actually? Left, rear, or right?
It's
You,
apartments.
it's a what?
So there's an apartment. The building has like attached.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you have just one resident.
No,
Is that what you're saying?
it's one apartment.
No, sorry. So we're on the ground floor, and then
Okay.
the building is 5 stories. So there's tenants above.
Okay. All right. And the other it was describing any of the changes is the sidewalk for the outdoor dining. Great. Now, were you able to post?
Yes.
Okay. Because I don't have a copy of that.
I could re-forward the email, but we did
That-
send it to the email address.
Okay, that would be great. All right. So, do we have any questions from the community with this application? Any comments, any questions? Any comments or questions from our committee members?
Yes, Janet Collins, good evening.
Good evening, Ms. Collins. Sure.
I have a question. With 4 speakers, amplified speakers inside, what have you done to muffle that for tenants that live above and to the side of you to keep that sound from disturbing them?
Yeah, sure. So when we first actually opened up, we actually had special foam put in on top of the required like sheetrocking and whatnot. But all our music, we're dining, so our music is at a moderate level and never gets to a loud, level where tenants would be complaining. But they're also facing down, so they're not facing up. And like with the foam and moderate levels, we haven't had any issues to date.
And did I also hear that you said you were forwarding the proof of posting to us? Will we be able to see that tonight?
Yep, I'll forward it as soon as I'm off the call, just to.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Ursula?
Yes, Gail.
Yes, the other thing, if I'm not mistaken, we were sent information that stated that there had been no complaints by the police department about any of the businesses that we had listed for tonight.
True. Thank you very much. So that goes for everyone that's present. So thank you, Gail.
Tierra sent their posted notifications on July 17th. It was a separate email from their application form, but I can forward their email of posted notifications.
Thank you, Julia. Any other questions or comments from our committee? Hearing none, I ask for a motion for this application.
So support this application for.
I second it.
Thank you. Rob, would you do the roll call, please?
Certainly. Mr. Kiermany Allison.
Yay.
Thank you. Wayne Bailey. Gail Branch Mohammed.
Yes.
Thank you. Janet Collins.
No.
Thank you. Diane Duke. Tamika Gibbs. Oliver Hart.
Yes.
Thank you. Alicia Nacenzo.
Yes.
Thank you. Fior Ortiz Joyner.
Yes.
Thank you. Robert Puka. Brian Saunders.
Yes.
Thank you. Meredith Staten. Mark Thurton. Ethel Tyus.
Mark Thurton, yes. Sorry about the
Thank
delay.
you.
Ethel
No problem,
Tyus.
Mark. Thank you.
Ethel Tyus, yes.
Thank you, Ms. Tyus. Thank you, Mr. Thurton. Yrsa Weatherspoon.
Yes.
Thank you. Robert Witherwax, yes. Deborah Young.
Yes.
Motion passes. 11 in favor, 1 opposed.
Thank you very much for your interest and commitment to the community. Have a good evening.
Thank you all.
Ms. Weatherspoon, if we haven't said it already, it's probably a good time to say that unlike our normal meetings, our summer meeting, we don't have a follow-up review at the board level.
Yes, I actually made an announcement at the top of the
Good.
meeting.
I must have come in late, sorry.
That's okay. A reminder is always good. Okay, next up is meet.
Yes. How are you, everyone?
How are you? Who are we speaking to?
Aurelia Tavares, the representative for Meat Cafe.
All right. I'm sorry. Can you tell me the last name, Aurelia?
Tavares from New York Business Licensing, representative for Meat Cafe.
Excellent. Thank you.
How are you,
Okay,
everyone?
thank you. Okay, so we still have the applicants as Daniel Broniver and Dina Belcher.
Yes.
Okay. So you're located at 123 Kingston Avenue. What are the cross streets, please?
It's Kingston and it's 11523 Kingston Avenue. I'm not sure about the cross streets.
Bergen Street. It's Bergen Street.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm not a Brooklynite. I wish I was.
It's located on Kingston and Bergen.
Okay. Thank you. So you are renewing your restaurant bar, full liquor. There are 19 tables, 89 seats to those tables, one bar with 9 seats. Your maximum capacity is 121, and the hours of service is listed as Sunday at 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. Actually, it's 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Actually, it's from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and on Friday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. before Shabbat, and Saturday, 1.5 hours after Shabbat to 2 a.m. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. And this area was in your last application?
Yes.
You have yes? Okay. So it's listed as a sidewalk cafe, and you have hours listed, but have you ever used the space?
We use the space for the outdoor dining initiative with New York City. The use of the space is back and forth. So, but yes, we're using the space.
Okay, I'm nearby. I've just never seen it. I'm just curious. So the those hours are 8 a.m. to we got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 a.m. to 12 a.m., 8 a.m., and 2 hours before Shabbat, and 1.5 hours on Saturday after Shabbat, and 1 a.m. to 1 a.m. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So you don't consistently set up.
No.
Okay. Just want to be clear. Okay. What about a sound system?
The music is background music mostly. This isn't a discotheque or anything. This starts out in the morning as a breakfast spot and ends the rest of the day as dinner. Very low key. Music sound has not been an issue. I don't know if anybody from the community board would beg to differ, but we're not. This is not an issue. This is not one of those places.
Okay, and are you aware of any noise attenuation measures that are put in place or have been put in place in your place of business representing?
I suggested a sound limiter for the location, But we've never had noise as an issue, so there really hasn't been, we haven't to take any remedial measures. It's because it's not been an issue. I suspect that they're going to continue to operate the same way they've operated this pre-COVID and post-COVID.
Okay, and what about, you don't have any employees listed? How
We
many
have
employees do you
the
have?
owners, it's about 3, but most of the time it's mostly the owners that are there, so we don't really.
Okay, so in serving, whether they're, I guess, staff or owners, it's 3 people, is that what you're saying?
3 to 4 people, correct.
Okay.
2 of them being the owners.
And
I'm
what
sorry,
about,
that's my dog hitting the little bell because he wants to eat. I'm sorry, guys.
that's okay, I hear you clearly. Okay, and what about security? Is it something that you have or plan to have?
No, we don't. We're not that type of establishment.
Okay, all right. I do have to ask you something. We've had a lot of issues in the neighborhood with how you dispose of your garbage. Have you got that under control?
Yes.
Okay. All right. How many, you have residents, 6 in the building?
Pardon?
You have 6 residents in the building that you're in, that
Correct.
your restaurant is housed. Okay. And I do see that you had the notice. We have received that. Okay. Do we have any questions, people from the committee? I'm sorry, the community, for this applicant? Any questions from our committee members?
Yes, is it-
Yes, I have.
Successful Caius.
Okay, I just really want to have order. So let's either raise our hands or put it in the chat, please. Thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Tyus.
I have my hand raised.
She can
Okay,
go
so let's
first.
do, okay, so Janet, Ms. Tyus, and Brian Saunders.
Yes, good evening. I would like you to explain what you've done to get the garbage situation under control.
They have a professional garbage company, and those issues have been addressed with them so that there's no accumulation of trash. Plus, they've directed the employees and themselves, any garbage on in the exterior to do another run by. Rather than just close and leave, they're doing another run by on the outside to make sure that garbage is not accumulated on the outside to disturb the neighbors. It has been addressed. I can't hear you guys. I'm sorry,
Tyus?
Okay, now I can hear you.
Yeah, Ms. Tyus.
Yes, thank you. My question is very similar to Ms. Collins's question, based on the history of how meat has operated in the past. For a long time, they gamed the system and they had New York City Sanitation picking up from across the street at the old Kingston Lounge. So I would like some specifics on who is the private carter that picks up.
I would have to supply that to you later and send that to you under a separate email if that's amenable to you.
Well, yes, specifics would be very, very
Okay.
helpful. Okay,
That's
and
great.
at one time, there was security there at meat, which would only admit certain clientele. And when did
That's not an issue anymore.
Okay, when did that stop?
I'm actually, as you can see, I'm a Latina, so that is not an issue anymore at that location.
Yeah, but doesn't answer the
Anybody
question.
who had that type of mentality is gone. So, employee-wise, so you don't have
Okay,
to worry about that.
when did that stop? Which is my question. Thank you.
Probably before probably I took on these clients in December of last year. So more or less about that time, we took care of that matter and addressed some of those issues.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And if it is an issue, Ms. Tyus, please feel free to reach out to me because that is not tolerable.
Mrs. Saunders?
I'm just looking, I don't know if there's a mistake or anything. Is there proof of a posting for the neighbors as well?
Pardon?
Proof of posting?
Yes, we submitted that with our application.
Yeah, it was submitted.
And uploaded to the Dropbox links if it
Yeah.
wasn't there already.
Yeah, it was submitted. It's not clear, but I can read the name. So, it should be in your Dropbox. Do you have anything else, Mr. Saunders?
No, I do not.
Okay. So Ms. Tavares, I gotta ask you. So your first question from Ms. Collins was about the garbage and how that was taken care of. And you mentioned about employees. So which is it? Do you guys deal with employees according to how the day goes, how the night goes? Because you can't just have one employee. So how is that working?
Just so you know, we have employees, but we're rotating back and forth because, as you know, no one wants to work right now. Everybody's on unemployment, and to find viable employees has been very challenging. So the owners have rotated in and out. The other thing is that, in these locations, it's up and down with this market right now. We could potentially be closed again. There's no stability, so they're rolling with the punches. I asked that the members of the board have some consideration we're losing money left and right here at these locations. This particularly is one of them, only because of this back and forth between DOT, the garbage, people coming into the neighborhood. We have to clean up after other people as well. So it's a challenge, and they're trying their best, and I think they're doing a great job.
Okay, we have another
Ursa?
question. We have another question from Ms. Ortiz Joyner.
Actually, Chair Weatherspoon, Ms. Muhammad had her question in the chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your good. Go ahead, Gail.
Well,
Sorry about that.
I just want to follow up on both what everyone has said so far. And I have seen someone in the past standing in front of the restaurant. I don't know if they're considered security, but there has been a gentleman that was standing out front. The second is that I'm not in agreement with your statement that nobody wants to work now because of unemployment. I think that it might be difficult, but it's not true that no one wants to work now.
Okay.
That's all I have to say.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Muhammad. Ms. Ortiz.
Yes, I believe it was said that there's no set schedule as far as utilizing the Sidewalk Cafe, but when there is, do you utilize it from the time that you open? I believe it's 8 a.m. to midnight, the days that you do close at that time. And also, if you could just elaborate on what you mean issues with these particular locations. Thank you.
Mr. Tavares?
Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry, my internet is in and out. You'll have to excuse me. No, I as far as elaborate on issues with the location, we're having challenges getting employees to work. Let me clarify my statement. It's proving a challenge. It's proving a challenge to find adequate chefs because
We've lost your sound. If you can hear, if you can hear me, we've lost your sound. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Right now I can.
Okay, great. Yeah, so those are the situations we're proving. I'm sorry, I'm turning on speaker. So we're having some issues getting some viable help at the location. So whether, and as a result of certain policy changes. So that was my specification, particularly chefs and waits.
Okay. Are there any more questions for this applicant?
My first question wasn't answered, Chair Weatherspoon.
Can you repeat it?
That was if there's no specification as to when the Sidewalk Cafe would be used on what day, but when it is utilized, will it be utilized from the time it opens, which is 8 a.m. to about midnight when it closes? Will it be utilized that entire time?
Usually not. This is like I said, this is a non-problematic location. No, and they get there, they open at 8. The Sidewalk Cafe, you have to set it up. It's a setup, so no, it's utilized when. I would like to say it, not to be rude, but it's utilized when it's utilized. I mean, because sometimes you don't even have people to attend to people out there. So It's on a rolling basis, so I'm sorry I can't give you a specified time, but it is, you know, it is being utilized on a varied basis.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
Yes, I have a follow-up question. You
Yes.
wanna go first, Ethel?
Miss Collins, then Miss Tyus.
Oh, okay. I just
Thank you.
wanted to know, you're saying that you don't know when the sidewalk, the outside cafe will be used, but what time slot will it be available
I think I answered that
for you?
question.
Well, can
I'm
you
sorry,
answer
I
it
think I
again?
answered that question. We do not have a regular staff schedule, and that area needs to be watched and maintained. We can't just open and serve people. So if we don't have employees to watch to service that area, we won't be utilizing it, because it would, you know, it would weaken the good service that's given on the inside. So it's on a rolling basis.
Okay, so I'm going to repeat my question again, and that is, between what times will all that occur? Will that
At the times that I
between what
posted
time?
on the 8 a.m. till midnight, and
To
usually we
midnight.
close a little bit earlier. So, yes.
Thank you.
So I'll ask my question after Miss Tyus. Go ahead, Miss Tyus.
Thank you, Chair Weatherspoon. Ms. Taveras, I'm sorry we're grilling you like a cheese sandwich here, but we need answers to these questions. Ms. Collins's repeated query is valid because that part, outside service part, is totally blank. So even if you wanted to, you're not giving advance notice to the community, and it seems also not to the state or the city about what your outside service hours would be if you chose to use them. Okay, so my final question is the estimated number of employees, say over the past years, since you've been managing this business for the past 2 years, if you could even say for the past few months, what your average number of employees has been, that would be helpful, because that is not on your application. So there's a lot of blanks.
It's 4. I have to apologize for that. It is 4. Let's do our maximum, which is 4.
Oh, if you're speaking, Miss Tyus, but you're muted.
Sorry, I muted myself too early. And I was wondering if it would be helpful for us, I know it would be, and maybe for you as well, to go back and fill out that outside service estimated hours, so that you have some sort of cognizable for outside service should you decide to do that. That would be helpful for everybody. Thank you.
That's okay. I apologize for that. Sure.
Okay, so that was actually what I was going to say as well. But do you have any plan with your with the proprietors? Is there any plan as to when you might be open? What's your plan? Do you know? Have they shared that with you?
No.
Okay. When does your license expire?
The end of August.
Okay. Okay. Are there any more questions?
Yes, I have one. Is this the same? This is the same owners of the bakery on Sterling and Albany Avenue?
What is it? What is the name of that location?
I don't know the name of the bakery, but it's on the corner of Sterling.
Yeah, it
and
is.
Albany. The same owners.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Yes.
Bakery.
Bakery. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Any more questions? Okay, I will ask for a motion for this applicant. Someone to make a motion, please.
I move that we withhold support until we get a completed application.
I second that. Or can I second? Rob?
I just want you to know that this is a renewal application. It's a renewal. You already have all this information in your system. I think that withholding support when you're not going to meet again is kind of disingenuous. I think that I would appreciate, because, you know, we're all like, you know, with COVID, this is just, you know, just crazy. To send in the application, to send in a 1-page little information section, and to spend, and you know, to do the community board meeting, to go through it, and then it's just not, you know, it's a renewal application. It's not a new application. You know these clients well. They've been in the community for a long time. It's not a problematic application. Why would we withhold it? I'll send you that 1 page, if not tonight, tomorrow morning when I get into the office. I don't think a little section is that serious. I really don't. I just think that
Well,
with your time to do.
well, I appreciate your opinion, Ms. Tavares. You know, and I would think disingenuous is really inappropriate. The fact of the matter is, the application is incomplete.
Okay.
So and in speaking with you, we went from 0 employees to 4, and that took 2 or 3 people asking that question. So
That could be deemed ingenuous.
No problem.
Yeah, so you know, it's we're not trying. We just want things to be clear and concise. That's
Okay.
what we're asking for. We ask that for every applicant. Okay.
Okay. No
Okay.
problem.
Thank you.
In the spirit of community, Madam Chair, may I amend my motion?
Please.
I would like to amend my motion to make our support conditional upon receipt by close of business tomorrow of the completed application, especially regarding the number of employees and the proposed outside service window. If that would help. So my amended motion is to make the support conditional upon receipt of a completed application.
I can second that. Yes.
And yes, you can second it. That's
Thank you,
fine.
Rob. Thank you. All right. Roll call, please.
The motion to support renewal pending and conditional upon receipt of a full application, right?
Correct.
So if you vote yes, you support renewal provided they fulfill.
Thank you for the clarification.
Just to be sure, yeah. Kirmany Allison.
Abstain.
Thank you. Wayne Bailey. Gail Branch Mohammed.
Abstain.
Thank you. Janet Collins.
No.
Thank you. Diane Duke. Tamika Gibbs. Oliver Hart.
Yes.
Thank you. Alicia Nascenzo.
Yes.
Thank you. Brior Ortiz Joyner.
No.
Thank you. Robert Puka. Brian Saunders.
Yes.
Thank you. Meredith Staten. Mark Thurton.
Abstain.
Thank you. Ethel Tias.
Yes.
Thank you. Gib Viconi. Yrsa Weatherspoon.
Yes.
Thank you. Robert Witherwax, yes. Deborah Young. Ms. Young.
Yes.
Ms. Young is a yes. I hear you now. What's your vote, Ms. Young?
You hear me?
I hear you now. What's your vote?
Yes.
Thank you. Then in that case, we have 7 in favor, 2 opposed, 3 abstentions. The motion carries. The renewal is approved, pending the documentation.
I'll get that to you tonight. Thank you, everyone.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Question,
Okay.
Madam Chair.
Yes.
Do we have a date when they're supposed to be submitting the application, or it's open-ended?
Tomorrow. It's tomorrow. It was stated tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Tavares. Have a good evening.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay. Next up will be Mimi's.
Hi, this is Caitlin Robb, an attorney here for Mimi's Diner. And my client, Libby Willis, is also here joining us.
Welcome. Thank you. Okay, so the principal, Elizabeth Willis, is that still the principal?
Yes, and she is here with us this evening.
Wonderful. Okay, so there are 3 of you today. Thank you.
No,
Oh, is Elizabeth Libby?
Yes, correct.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you. No problem. Okay, so you're doing business as KIT. Is that a acronym?
Yes, for keep in touch.
Okay, thank you. All right. So this is a renewal with a change in partnership.
Ms. Willis just assumed her partner's share. Because of the pandemic, he was forced to take on another job. So she took on his share. She didn't pay any money out of pocket, but she assumed the debts of the restaurant to keep it going.
Okay. And who is that partner that she took over his
Willard
share?
Clark.
Willard Clark?
Yep. Yes.
Is that an E on the end or just without?
Without an E.
Okay. Thank you so much. And you are located at 657 Washington Avenue, correct?
That's
What's the
correct.
cross streets, please?
Bergen and St. Mark's.
Okay, thank you. And the time that you work, what time operating in current location is 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. And that's all 7 days. Liquor, something, sorry.
Yes, so those are our projected days projected days. We will be operating Wednesday through Sunday until the fall, and then when we can get more staff and things feel comfortable, we would like to be open 7 days.
Just I see a comment in the chat. The name of the business is Mimi's Diner. And it did business in the past as Mimi's Diner. And the new DBA is going to be Kit moving forward.
Okay. I just have a question for Mr. Whitterwax.
Here I am.
Yes, thank you. Is this the same? Do you have the record of this business and the hours?
Yes, they were open until 1 a.m. There is a third person on the license, Elisa Willis. Is that person still involved on the license?
Yes,
we don't track the entity as much. We just track the licensed individuals.
She is a 10% owner. That's Ms. Willis's mother.
Okay.
And so Ms. Willis, who is here before the board right now, subject to the board's approval, will have gone from a 45% owner to a 90% owner. She's the chef and operator of the restaurant.
Great, and subject to her mother's veto. I get it, yeah. Yes, we have you in the records for when Mimi's Diner was in operation. You had a closing hours of 1 a.m. Now, I don't want to jump the gun. I'm sure Ms. Weatherspoon will get to this, but again, this is your opportunity to set your outside hours. You are kind of a renewal, but you're also kind of a new establishment. Right. So I would just make that point to you.
Okay, so is it possible to extend our hours now or till 1 a.m., even though I'm going to probably be operating until 11 p.m. generally?
Would the board accept our amendment to the hours to reflect that in the event that Ms. Willis would like to open as things get busier in the fall?
Well, I mean, I don't. If the license says that, I mean, you're pulling back your hours and you don't need to. I mean, you can decide to. It's just easier to shorten amongst yourselves than to have it. You know, it's already at 1 a.m. So leave it there, and then you decide.
Yes, that was a mistake
what your hours
on my
are.
part. I'm sorry.
Too
that
late.
was definitely
Too late. No.
I'll stay open as late as you want me to. Okay.
No, and for all renewing proprietors, again, one of the reasons we went through Ms. Tavares so thoroughly is businesses change, businesses drift. Your operation changes as time goes by, and we need to make sure that when we saw you 2 years ago and they're seeing you now, you're still pretty much doing the same thing. And that's totally up to you, but that's why we need to have this check-in. So yeah, I would urge you not to truncate your hours if you have a line established at 1 a.m., but you're free to operate as shortly within that as you want. To your point, your question, Ms. Robin, about whether the board would approve it, somebody will make a motion and we'll see.
Thank you.
So I just want to, so I'm getting to the hours, but let me just really quickly. So there are 4 tables, 12 seats, and at the bar, 5 seats, correct?
Yes.
And it's the capacity of 40 is your max. Okay. So now we're here with the hours. So Rob, what were the hours that's listed on the license again, please?
I only have the closing hour of being 1 a.m.
Okay.
And I have your rear yard hours of closing at 10 Sunday through Thursday and 11 Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you want us to do you want to amend that now to the hours that read on the license?
I would like to keep the hours that are on the license and disregard my new application, and we can definitely update that by end of day today.
Okay. All right. And in terms of your noise attenuation measures, you said there's a large tree cover and some wood fencing.
And I also note that the applicant had agreed to add additional roof cover to the space for even more sound prevention.
Yes, I did. I didn't get to it, but yes, I did see that at the end. I did, but thank you. Thank you. All right. So we're moving right along now. For your outdoor area, we have you have 5 tables and 20 seats. Correct? Okay. All right. Okay. So now for your music and sound, a bar shelf, 1 speaker, 110 watts, and a front shelf, 1 speaker, 110 watts. And no live music is offered. You have 5 service employees, no security personnel, and the number of residences in the building where you are held is at 2, correct?
Correct.
And okay, and the number of residences in buildings adjacent to the premises, left, right, and rear, 8. Okay, you mentioned about the change in partnership and of course the additional operational changes with regard to the roof addition for sound prevention. Are there any questions with this application, members of the community? Okay, before I ask the committee member, excuse me, did you post to your neighbors?
Yeah, so we posted one sheet, and we have additional photos for the posting.
Okay, great.
They
Awesome.
have been posted.
Okay, thank you. All right, any questions or comments from the committee members?
Yes, I have one. How can we see those postings?
I believe we had submitted one with the application. We have additional photos that we can provide to the board.
Yes, there was something sent in the Dropbox.
It's in the Dropbox, yes.
It's in the Dropbox.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Hearing none, will someone please make a motion for this applicant?
I move to support the renewal of this application.
Ursa, are we including with the changes to the application to the times that were provided in the license? Correct?
Yes, we are. Yes. So do you want to make that amendment just to do that as well? Is that amendment fine with you, Brian?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. Thank you. So you've seconded that, Gail?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Rob, can you do the roll, please?
As soon as I can unmute. Yes. All right. Germany Allison.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wayne Bailey. Gail Branch Mohammed.
Yes.
Thank you. Janet Collins.
Yes.
Thank you. Diane Duke. Tamika Gibbs. Oliver Hart.
Yes.
Thank you. Alicia Nocenzo.
Yes.
Thank you. Fior Ortiz Joyner.
Yes.
Thank you. Robert Puka. Brian Saunders.
Yes.
Thank you. Meredith Staten. Mark Thurton.
Yes.
Thank you. Ethel Tias?
She stepped away.
Yeah.
She had to leave. And
Thank
yes
you.
for
Give,
me. I'm sorry.
well,
Gibbs
hold your
next.
pen.
Sorry.
Give Vaconi. Yrsa Weatherspoon, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Robert Witherwax, yes. Deborah Young?
Yes.
Thank you. The motion passes. Why am I not scrolling? 11 in favor, no objections, no abstentions. The motion is carried.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for your
much.
time.
Thank you. And we appreciate your business and glad your changes are, and we hope the changes will be fruitful. Okay.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Bye-bye. All right. So next up is Mi Tierra.
Hi, Aurelia Tavares from Tierra. How are you again, guys?
Hello, Miss Tavares. Is Miss Diaz on the line? I thought I saw her name flash.
It did, but she's having problems connecting. She's back and forth, back and forth. So just so you know, she
Okay.
might fly in, and her English is not that, she's in English.
Okay. All right. So
Can you hear me, everyone? I'm sorry.
we can hear you.
Okay, great. I'm sorry about that.
Okay. So your application is Mi Tierra Restaurant, New York Corp, located at 732 Classen Avenue.
Yes.
And you've been in operation for 5 years, or they have rather, since 2016. Do you know the cross streets of this business?
It's literally across the street from you, and I do not. I
Okay.
am so
Well, you did say
sorry.
you weren't familiar with Brooklyn at all, huh?
I was not. I'm
Okay.
not. No, I do more like Fulton Street and that area. I know. Should be one of my
Okay.
few. Yes.
Okay. So this establishment is a restaurant and bar, and you're seeking wine, beer, and cider.
Correct.
Okay. So there are 4 tables, 2 to 4 seats, 1 bar, and there's no seating at the bar.
No. If
Okay.
if I may, it's so tiny. It's literally, I don't even know how they fit 2 tables. Of course, they have
Wow.
some seats outside. It's so tiny. It's only like, if 8 people fit there, it's a tiny little spot. It's, it's just, they just wanted the wine and beer so that people who asked for a beer could have it, but to help their bottom line because COVID really devastated them, but they're tiny.
Okay. So and in that tiny space, the maximum capacity is 50?
It's just the measurement of the space. The rest of it is storage and the restaurant equipment. So it yes, but that's the maximum they could have had they utilized the space better. But they just don't have room between the tables, the refrigeration, the deli section. They just don't have room like that.
Okay. I'm just curious. Have you seen the space?
Yes, I actually was
Terms
the one.
all
I personally
okay.
did this liquor license. It's I call it
Oh, you
liquor,
did.
but this wine and beer license. Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. So the maximum hours of service is 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and that is from Monday through Friday, and well, it's the whole thing. Okay. So it's Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Correct?
Correct.
All right. All right. So it's same. Okay. So here there's no outdoor service, not applicable. We're moving right along. So in terms of your location, there's no speakers.
No, it's all
No
really
live
background noise.
entertainment.
No.
And okay, and you have
No.
3 to 4 service employees.
Yes,
Right?
because of the rotation, because of the hours of
Okay.
work. But yeah, no.
Okay. And no security measures, and there are no operational changes since
No.
your last renewal of your
No.
application, and no expectation of changes.
No.
Okay. Okay. Do we have any questions from the community? Any questions from our committee members? Any questions? None?
Was there any posting?
Yes, we submitted that to your attention via email.
Thank you for that question. When did you submit that? Because I don't have a copy of it.
I even saw I think there was a note in the posting. We submitted it in last week sometime before the deadline. I'm 100% sure.
Okay. So I definitely know that we didn't receive it, or I didn't receive it. Let's put it that way. So if we didn't receive it, then I'm not sure that the district office has. So can you email that tonight?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. Can you do it while we're speaking?
No, I'm walking my dog right now. I'm sorry, guys. I could do it in a little while, a few minutes.
Okay. Would someone like to make a motion on this application, please?
Approve this application?
I'm sorry, who's speaking?
Alicia Nesbitt.
Hi, I can barely hear you.
That's Ms. Nasenzo.
Oh, Ms. Nasenzo. Yeah, your voice is faint. Are you making a motion?
Yes, motion to approve.
Motion to approve? Okay. There are a couple of things that need to be done. We have to have the proof of the, I just want to add that we have to have the proof of notice to the public in the area.
The notices were
surrounding it.
posted. They are in the Dropbox. I think they're in there about 3 times now. 3 times now.
Really?
They were one of the initial.
Okay. Maybe it wasn't
name
clear.
on it is, it's not even the name, it's number 6484159247 F8779 dash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Would have been great if it had the name, but
it's
okay, thank you.
It's the facility across the street from CNR.
Okay. All right. So I didn't see it. Did anyone get an opportunity to see it in the Dropbox?
I didn't see it.
Yes, I
Okay.
did.
I see it.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. So do we have a second on the motion, please?
Second.
Thank you. Rob, please.
Sure. That was the second was Ms. Ortiz Joyner.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm learning the voices. Motion to approve with the amendment that, oh, no, it's in the Dropbox. Never mind. Motion to approve.
Yes. Yes.
Germany Allison.
Yay.
Thank you. Gail Branch Mohammed.
Yes.
Thank you. Janet Collins.
Yes.
Thank you. Oliver Hart.
Yes.
Thank you. Alicia Nasenzo.
Yes.
Thank you. Prior Ortiz Joyner.
Yes.
Thank you. Brian Saunders.
Yes.
Thank you. Mark Sturton.
Yes.
Thank you. Gib Viconi. Irsa Weatherspoon.
Yes.
Thank you. Robert Witherwax, yes. Deborah Young.
Yes.
The motion passes. 11 in favor. Approved.
Thank you, everyone. I'm
Wonderful.
sorry, I have a cold. Thank you.
Thank you. And Ms. Diaz is on the line. So gracias, señora Diaz, para su servicio. Buenas
Thank
noches.
you, Ms. Weatherspoon. Have a good night.
You're welcome. Good night. Okay. Next up is Mitchell's. Do we have a representative for Mr. Mitchell's or Mitchell's, excuse me?
Can you give us the cross streets for the establishment?
Bergen and St. Mark's.
This is for Mitchell's, you're asking, or Brian?
Oh, yeah, I thought Ms. Collins wanted the cross streets for Mitchell's.
For Mitchell's. Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
For each one that we come across, yeah.
Yeah. Is the representative online, please? Okay, so we're going to move on. We're going to move on to Morgan's.
Well, hi, how are you? I'm definitely on.
Oh, hello. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Excellent. This is Mr. Can you pronounce your last name?
Glazier,
Glazier.
yes,
Okay, Matthew Glazier.
correct.
Okay, are you the principal?
Yes,
Wonderful, thank you. All right, so the corporation is Cooper Square 267 LLC,
correct.
doing business as Morgan's Brooklyn Barbecue at 267 Flatbush Avenue. You've been in operation for 7 years. Restaurant and bar, seeking to renew your full license. You have 12 tables, 40 seats, 1 bar, 10 seats, and your max capacity is 62. Your schedule is for hours 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You have a Sidewalk Cafe that was a part of your last application, and the hours of operation there is Sunday, 12 p.m. to 10 p.m., Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. with a maximum capacity here at 68. Do you have any type of noise attenuation measures put in place?
For inside or for outside? Well, for inside is really just ambient music, and is very low. And I'm just trying to think. We've never had an issue with the community about that. Outside, we did not have any music.
Okay. No music. Okay.
No.
All right. So we're moving along, and sound system, as you said, is soft music on the inside, no amplification on the outside. Correct. Okay. Great. And number of employees, you have 0. Are you open?
We're not open, and I think that might be something for the community board to understand. We had a fire on January 27th, and we just got our demo permit, so we probably will be reopening in hopefully 3 months. Unfortunately, there was a serious fire with some structural damage to the building, so nothing's easy. Nothing's easy about the process, but you know, in the middle of this, well, thank you. But in the middle of this, we have a liquor license renewal, so you know, we plan and we will reopen. So
good for you. When does it expire?
It's the end of August, our liquor license.
Okay, all right. So we hope that you're up and running quickly.
Thank you very much.
All right. Now, in terms of the number of residences in the building is 5. Are there any? Is there really 5 in there now?
No, there aren't any in there now. The building.
Okay. All right. I just want to.
It's 5 apartments, and we did post, and I hope you got. I know you had. I was listening, and some issues maybe. So we posted, and I submitted our building and also the 2 adjacent buildings.
Yes.
On a side note, one of our adjacent buildings had a fire 3 years before we had a fire. So they're vacant, but everybody's been notified.
Yeah, that corner will clear up soon. Sooner than you know it will. So I thank you. I thank you for hanging in there. Okay. All right. So do we have any questions from the community? Okay. Any questions from our committee members?
I do, Miss Weatherspoon.
Yes, please.
Just to clarify my records, I have an Arthur Rabin. Is he still associated?
He is. On the license, actually has Big Fish Enterprises, which I'm the sole member of it.
But you're Big Fish, okay, and he's Cooper Square?
Yes.
Got it. All right, let me just add your name because he's the only one who pops up on SLA.
Yes, and we're working with them on it. I'm not sure. I actually happen to be an attorney as well. I don't know why they did that, put the entity on it. So
it's yeah.
And
from this perspective, they do it different ways. Every establishment is different.
And I actually just went through this committee, although the members were the dynamic of the community board was a little different. But to do that change not too long before COVID. So.
All right, thank you. Just wanted to make sure I had everything up to date.
Perfect.
Thank you, Mr. Widowax. Can someone please make a motion for our applicant?
Oh, I have a question. I have a hand up.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed your hand.
That's
There it
okay.
is. Yes, please go ahead,
Yeah.
Ms. Collins.
Yes, I wanted to say, what are the cross streets?
It's St. Mark's Place and Bergen on a Flatbush. It's like that triangular corner.
Oh, okay. And also the posting that we have in the chat that I see in the chat, I can't read it. I don't know what it says.
I can always resend. I mean, it was. Yeah.
Ms. Collins, you're going to have to trust your committee mates.
Just one second, Mr. Woodward. Can I request that be sent again so it can be read?
Absolutely, but I just think your colleague is saying that he can read it on his, so.
But
it's not the applicant's issue, Ms. Collins. The applicant submitted his work to the board, and the board submitted the materials to the committee. So if you're not getting the committee materials, you need to talk to the board office.
I didn't say I didn't get the material. I said I got it, but if he puts it behind the glass, it's not. That's what I'm saying. So if I got that image and everybody else is getting a clear image, I would like to see a clear image.
Just to be clear, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I do exactly what you need. None of the postings that we did were behind glass. So just
I think I'm looking at the right one. Morgan.
Just because I have it in front.
St. Mark?
73 St. Mark's.
That's the address above.
Yeah,
the New York Post is.
Yeah, but it says New York Post is behind it. But when I enlarge it, I can't see any letters. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I don't know if I can make the picture any better at this point where you can enlarge it, but I can send a copy of what was posted. Maybe all I did was really post what the community board sent me posts.
So everybody else can read it? Then I'm the only one who can't read it?
Yeah, I can read it.
I was able to read it.
Okay, so we're going to trust the eyes of those who could read it, and we're going to just move on, Ms. Collins. But I thank you for bringing it up. Okay.
And in the future, I'll make it even better so that there's no doubt. And I'm sorry for that.
It's okay. Did you have any other question, Ms. Collins?
No, that's all.
All right. I thank you. Okay. Can we have a motion, please?
I make a motion to accept the application.
Okay. We have a second? I'm sorry.
I said I'll second it.
Who's that? Deborah Young?
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you. Let it rip, Mr. Whittawax.
Chairman Allison.
Yay.
Thank you. Gail Branch Mohammed.
Yes.
Thank you. Janet Collins.
Yes.
Thank you. Oliver Hart.
Yes.
Thank you. Alicia Nasenzo.
Yes.
Thank you. Fior Ortiz Joyner.
Yes.
Thank you. Brian Saunders.
Yes.
Thank you. Mark Thurton.
Yes.
Thank you. Gib Vacconi. Yrsa Weatherspoon.
Yes.
Thank you. Robert Witherwax, yes. Deborah Young.
Yes.
Thank you. 11 in favor. The motion passes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Glazier. And thank
Have a
you
great
for your service. And we wish you to get up and running soon.
Thank you. I appreciate your guys' service as well. Have a great evening.
You're welcome. Thank you. You too. Okay, so next up we have is Olmsted.
Hi,
Is your
everyone.
representative on board? Hello.
Yes.
What's your
Hi,
name?
how are you?
I'm good.
My name is
What's your
Michael
name?
Kennedy.
Hi,
Mike
Michael.
Kennedy.
Mike Kennedy. Okay, and you are the principal?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so you're located doing business at as Olmsted, and your corporation's LLC. The address
Correct.
is 659 661 Vanderbilt Avenue. And what's your cross streets, please?
Prospect and Park.
Wonderful, thank you. And in business for 5 years. You have, you're seeking, it's a restaurant bar and you're seeking to renew your full liquor. You have 12 tables, 46 seats, one bar with 12 seats at the bar, and your max capacity is 74. And your hours of operation is 11 to 1 from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And you have a outdoor service area that was in place from your last application. There are 5 tables and 25 seats for snacks and desserts only. And it's a garden slash grounds. Okay, awesome. And the maximum capacity in that space is 25. The hours, good. The hours are Sunday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. I'm sorry, 12 a.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 a.m.
Correct.
Oh, all righty. And the noise attenuation measures in place is you have amplified music until 10, only when the guests are in the yard. Do you have some kind of sound blockage in that area?
No, but
To
we keep
absorb
the music
the
really, really low. I mean,
really
it's
low.
it's a casual fine dining restaurant, so it's not loud
Okay.
music at all.
Okay, great. And then you keep the music. Well, you have okay. So you have 10 p.m. when guests are in the. I just want to read that carefully. Are in the yard, and until 9 p.m. only when guests are in the yard. So, am I reading that wrong? What does that mean?
Sorry, say that again.
So you have the noise attenuation measures. Amplified music until 10 p.m. Only when guests are in the yard, and then you have current uh, noise attenuation measures, amplified music until 9 p.m. only when guests are in the yard. Well, help me
Yes.
out with that.
If I remember correctly, I think that was we shut the music down at 10 if there are guests in the yard.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so maybe we probably just need the current, I guess.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be so confused. Okay, great. So
Sorry
currently
about
it's
that.
9 p.m. It's okay. I just wanted to be sure with myself and anyone that's listening. Okay. So as we said, this area was part of your previous application.
So wait, I'm sorry, real quick. Did you say the music
Yeah.
was at 9 p.m.? I think we had it till 10 p.m.
Right, but the first line says 9, and the second line currently says 9 p.m. So which one is it?
No, 10. Yeah, no, we wanted it at 10 p.m. for sure.
Okay, all right. And the tables, you have 4 tables and 12 seats at the table.
Correct.
Okay, 12 max capacity. And so these operating hours are Sunday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m., Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., Friday, 11 a.m. to 12 a.m., Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. In terms of the speakers indoor rate, you have 6 speakers, 40 watts each. That's pretty low. Okay, and outdoor 3 speakers at 240 watts. And great. And then you have for amplified sound, currently you have a Bluetooth speaker with one speaker at 20 wattage, and interior speakers for your second system, 4 speakers, 40 wattage. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, and you have listed there's no live entertainment being offered. You have 12 service employees and no security personnel.
That's correct.
All right, and number of residences in the building where the premises is located is 4. Number of residences in the buildings adjacent to premises left, right, and center, or rear, excuse me, is 3. And there are no operational changes expected.
That is correct. No
That is
operational
correct.
changes.
Okay. Now, what I didn't see is I did not see a public posting.
We posted last week, and we emailed the picture of the posting today at noon.
Okay.
Did you receive that?
I didn't see it, but I could be corrected. So let's find out. Julia, did you get something from Mike Kennedy for Olmsted?
It might have come from our manager. Let me see who actually sent it. Yeah, it's from Andrew at Olmsted, is the actual email it came from, or AAS at Olmsted NYC.
Are you actually looking at that right now?
Yes.
The email. Can you forward it to? Can you forward it right now to?
I definitely can forward it.
Awesome. That would be great. I appreciate that. Okay. Do we have any questions from the community with this applicant? Any questions from our committee members?
I
Hey,
do.
Bob. Yeah.
How are you? So looking back on the minutes from the last time, you guys came in October of 2019 and requested the extra hour on service. You wanted to bump it up to 11 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and midnight Friday and Saturday for the indoor, and you wanted to go a little earlier for the indoor and the outdoor, right? As part of that, you asked for late sound as well, but we held firm. We said any amplified sound in the exterior should be turned off at 9. So that was our last approval, was a 9 p.m. Exterior sound cutoff, regardless of the hours of service. I hope that makes sense.
It does. I do remember that I was there, but then from what I remember, we received an okay for 10 p.m. after that.
This is the last record I have in October of 2019. I don't know whether you would have come back since then.
I'm actually also surprised we okayed outdoor music in the first place, as we never do this. And Olmsted hours outdoors are already later than we would normally okay. And
yeah, they made an exceptional case argument, and we approved it when they opened in 2017.
Yeah, no, it was approved till 10 p.m. initially, and we face the music down. It's very low. It's obviously we've been open for a long time. Our community and our neighbors are very happy with us. So
I also recall that last time there were issues with your posting, that you posted the wrong address of the meeting, and somebody came in after the meeting was mostly done, and they had concerns regarding the outdoor noise. So I'm not entirely sure I feel comfortable with music outdoors that late.
I don't recall that was specific to the music. But again, I mean, we've had 10 o'clock, and we have had, the majority of our neighbors are, come to the restaurant. They enjoy the restaurant. We're obviously arbiters of the community. So, 10 o'clock would be where we would love to be. And we're very respectful of the neighborhood. It's something that obviously we've been here for a long time. We intend to be here for a long time. So we would really appreciate 10 o'clock. We keep the music very low. It's not a nightclub. It's not a bar. It's a fine dining restaurant. These are, small little speakers that we have. So I would really appreciate any sort of concession here.
So let me just ask you, Mike, you said that you received approval. Where did you receive that from? For 10 o'clock.
So I'll have to find it. I apologize. I have to find it. From what I understand, it was sent to us after the 2019 meeting. And I don't know if you guys remember Max, he was a partner that left, so I'm kind of filling in for him right now. So that's what he's telling me, was that we had it at 10 o'clock. So I can get that from him if you want. Well, and we definitely had it initially at 10 o'clock. That I do remember.
Okay, because as Mr. Witherwax has stated, our last communication had it at 9 p.m. And we don't have anything apart from that. I mean, is that correct?
No, I
Rob?
understand. I understand. Look, I might be getting bad information from him, but that's what he informed me, that we did get elevated to 10 o'clock. So I guess at this point, I would really just like to know if there's anything we could do to make it 10 o'clock like we initially had it. Again, it's not a nightclub, it's not a bar. We're very cognizant of the neighborhood. And, you know, that's when people like to go out there. So if there's anything we can do, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, so that's going to have to come through in a motion, you know, and we would have to vote on that. So I'm going to ask someone to make a
Does your liquor
motion.
license expire? Is there time to revisit this and get this sorted?
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Who's speaking?
Oliver.
Okay. Okay. What was the question, Oliver?
Before we move to a motion, like, is this something that we need to sort out tonight, or is this something that can be revisited at the next meeting? So when does the liquor license expire?
When does your license expire, Mr. Kennedy?
Hold on, I'm sorry.
August.
Okay. Okay, so then that needs to happen. So that has to be solved today.
Yeah, it needs that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And again,
Okay.
we had 10 o'clock initially. So again, you know, we keep the music very attenuated. This is not a nightclub. It's not a bar. We're very, very conscious of the neighbors around us, and will continue to be.
Okay. So as I said before, it's going to have to come down to a motion. So I'm going to ask someone to make a motion. Thank you. Make a motion on this application for Olmsted.
Before the motion is made, can I ask what's the date of their the expiration of their license in August? What's the date?
August 31st.
End of right.
It's always the end of the month, right?
Okay, can someone make a motion?
Well, I will make a motion to renew as presented with the 9 p.m. I hear everything Mr. Kennedy is saying, but our records are our records, and so far that has not caused a tumult in the community. And as Mr. Hart observed, this is already an exception to our general rule of no amplified sound in any backyards. So I will make the motion to renew at 9 p.m. amplified sound in the rear yard.
I second.
Thank you, Ms. Branch Mohammed.
This is Mark. Can I have a question, please?
Yes, Mark.
Okay. I agree with the request for 9 o'clock, but my problem also is that if we don't have him signing this document, they can come back again and say they submitted the application in for 10 o'clock. I mean, that's my concern, is that we have proof that it was amended to 9 o'clock and they accepted it and we all approved it. Are we able to get that?
Well, that's that little red dot at the top of the tab on this.
That's right.
This meeting's being recorded.
Right, but at times you have your records and it's extremely accurate, and we can go back to that pretty quick. But running through a video takes time. So is there any way that we can probably have some kind of paper documents to confirm what was being done, what we approved on?
We can go back to the old stip sheet regime and email him something.
That's fine. We can do that.
Thank you. Yeah, so that we can have some paper documents, because this is not the first time that someone came to us and said that they submitted a specific time and it wasn't approved in that manner. I just want us to have accurate information as we go on.
No, that's fair, but we did initially have 10 p.m. in the backyard. It was truncated till 9, and then we requested to have it lifted and moved to 10 o'clock.
All right, I'm not going to argue the point because it's a moot point, but our records do indicate that you originally approved with no amplified sound in the backyard, and then there was amplified sound in the backyard, and this was the compromise that was struck to permit you to continue the unallowed amplified sound in the backyard. So you may have thought there was a 10 p.m., but that may have been a self-imposed 10 p.m. I have no problem with your business model, and I don't mean to make an issue out of it because you've obviously, it's not been a disruption. Otherwise, we would have dozens of people here, as we do with other noise violators, complaining. So I just want to make that point. 9 p.m. is what you were last approved at, regardless of what the memory may be.
This is Ms. Collins. I have a question. Didn't I hear someone say that there were some neighbors that complained just now? I don't know who said that there was a complaint.
The last time they had a renewal in 2019.
Was that you who said that, or was it somebody
It was not
else?
me that said it, but I do recall it.
Okay, so do we have any other questions or comments, please?
This is Gail Ursa. I don't have a question, but I do have a comment. And I'm in agreement with the 9 o'clock, and I think that's what we should go with. But I do want to say that Olmsted has been a good steward to the community, very good. During the COVID times, there have been many articles about them and how they fed workers from other restaurants that came and were able to get meals. So they've really been a real asset to the community and to restaurant workers. So I just wanted to add that.
Thank you for that, Gail. Thank you. Okay, so now we have a second. So I'm going to ask Rod to do a roll call, please.
All right, one moment. Who was the second? Was that Gail?
Yes. No, it wasn't Gail.
It was me.
It was you. Sorry. Yes. Sorry.
Great. Hold on one sec. All right. Olmsted, renew as written, except for the 9 p.m. Kirmany Allison.
Yeah.
Gail Branch. Thank you. Gail Branch Muhammad.
Yes.
Thank you. Janet Collins.
No.
Thank you. Oliver Hart.
Yes.
Thank you. Alicia Nasenzo.
Yes.
Thank you. Fiora Ortiz Joyner.
Yes.
Thank you. Brian Saunders.
Yes.
Thank you. Mark Thurton.
Yes.
Thank you. Gib Coney. Yrsa Weatherspoon.
Yes.
Thank you. Robert Witherwax, yes. Deborah Young. Thank you. The motion passes 10 in favor, 1 opposed.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Mr. Kenny, thank you. And thank you for your service and your giving and serving heart. We really appreciate that.
I appreciate that. Thank you for your time, everyone.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. Next up is SPS, doing business as Joy. I didn't see that application. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Let me not speak to. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Yeah. I'm sorry. Here it is. Is Mr. Shabab here?
Yeah, he's here, and I'm his representative, Neil Trivedi.
Okay. Hello. How are you?
Hi, good.
Good. Okay. So we have SPS Enterprise Inc. doing business as Joy at 301 Flatbush Avenue. That's what's the cross streets there, please?
It's Sunrise Avenue and Prospect Place.
Great. And this is a new application?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a restaurant and bar, and you're seeking a wine and beer and cider license. Tables, you have 10, 28 seats, 1 bar, 2 seats at the bar, and you have a maximum capacity of 45 to 50. Do you have that exact number at this point?
There is no CO on the premises, so I could not find out exactly what the amount would be, but based on the size of it.
So you're able to have a commercial business with a building that doesn't have a C of O?
Well, no, I mean, it's just not on record with the building department, but sure, it's probably if I were to do a title search on it, there would be some type of a CO just because it's not on the building website doesn't mean that it's not a commercial use. And we'll probably have to get what's called a letter of no objection from the building department.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I believe that there was a prior tenant there that had, yeah, they did have a restaurant wine also. So there is probably a letter of no objection with the building department.
Would be in order. Okay. All right. So we'll jump to your hours of operation. 11:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. on Monday. That's on Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It is 11:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Friday 11:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Saturday 11:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. You have background music. You have where's that derived from? Your background music. What's the source?
Background music to the restaurant. Huh? Background music. We're in the restaurant. We are in the restaurant, so we have the background music. So we have stereo speaker.
You have what speaker?
Stereo speakers, just stereo.
So this is coming from a stereo, your background music. Okay. All righty. And so we're moving on. No outdoor space?
No.
Okay. And you have, you mentioned your stereo receiver with 2 speakers, and you don't know the wattage. Okay. And there will be no live entertainment. You're looking to have 4 employees, and you're not willing to use the CB8's local hiring program, and you don't plan on having security personnel. Number of residences in the building where the premises is located is 2. And
the 2 floors above us, yes.
Okay, and I see that you have your notice to the neighbors. Okay. Yes. All right. Let me just make sure of the notice that I'm looking at. I see, okay, SPX rather. Yes. Okay. All right. Do we have any questions on this application? Any questions? Any questions from the community? Any questions from the committee members? Sorry?
Speaking. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Who's speaking? Oh, Miss Innocent. Yes, I can faintly hear you. If you could maybe speak a little louder or something. If you could try.
Can you hear me better?
No, maybe worse.
Hello? Yeah, I just typed it in the chat. My question.
Okay, now I hear you. Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you this moment.
I think, Joy, you've been open for many years, right? Correct?
Yeah, it's like the previous owner. Last year from June, we take over this place.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I had the right place. That's all.
Yes, they opened almost 15 years, but this is the different owner. But from SPS, we operating from last July, from 2020.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so Joy has been in existence for 15 years, but you're taking it over? Is that what you're saying?
Well, they already took over back in last year. The DBA Joy restaurant that was outside, probably the DBA that restaurant's been existing for the last 15 years, probably a different corporation.
So you have some, so this is like, so Rob, is this considered like, it's a new application? I mean, is it proper in terms of, is that what you do with change in partnership?
So, it's like Mimi's. If the licensed individuals have changed identity, but the business operation is continuous, we only care about the operation ends. The SLA cares about who gets the licenses. However, if this is a new establishment, right? So we've never had a licensed individual before. It's great that they've got a continuation of operations that we can pull back on, but not liquor service. So we treat it like a new one. We don't need to care about the change of ownership. He's the new licensed individual. Doesn't matter if he's
Okay,
been there 2 days or 20 years.
awesome. Thank you for that clarification. Okay, so I ask again, are there any questions on this applicant?
Yes, I have a quick question, and I'm just curious, being that it was previously owned by a different proprietor, did that proprietor have a certificate of occupancy at any time? I just find it hard that they're unable to provide a certificate of occupancy or state that there is none.
I mean, I don't know if if the building department on their website does not have a CO that's not been scanned, doesn't mean that when you do a title search on the property itself, that you may still find something. But I mean, being that there is a kitchen there and everything, that's been probably grandfathered in, and it's been there for so many years. So the building department has no issue with that. And of course, we will. The prior owner. I mean, I'm looking at the prior license, which was Friends and Friends of Indian Corp. That was back in 2008. They must have gotten a letter of no objections, and we also probably will have to do the same thing. We'll have to obtain a letter of no objection to verify or to confirm that the use that we have as an eating establishment is proper. Otherwise, we would have issues. Yes.
Okay, question, Rob. You have Joy in our records?
Yes.
Rob?
Sorry, mute button. No, this is 301 Flatbush, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, they've never had a license. Is that?
The reason why I'm asking is because I'm just looking at the maximum where there's a spread there. It's not 50, it's not 45, it's 45 to 50. So, is that something that can be done where you're just saying 45 to 50 and it's not a definite number?
We're talking occupancy?
Yes, occupancy, sorry. Yes, the maximum. Yeah. You can have a run like that, 45 to 50?
They can say whatever they want. If they've got no certificate of occupancy, and I'm looking online, and in fact there is no C of O on file for this building, then if I were advising them, I'd fall back on the fire department's under 75 max capacity. But they're probably just using a realistic measurement.
Okay.
45 large people, 50 small people.
Oh, I'm just confirming that it doesn't invalidate it in any way, having that that spread and not just being a defined number. That's why I'm asking.
No, I think they're making an educated guess.
Okay. All right. So if there are no more questions or comments, can we have a motion for this applicant, please? Motion?
Where's Wayne Bailey when we need him? I will make the motion. A motion to support the application.
I second.
Gail has second.
Any questions?
Okay, can we do the roll, Rob?
Great. Kirmany Allison,
Yay.
thank you. Gail Branch Mohammed,
Yes.
thank you. Janet Collins,
No.
thank you. Oliver Hart,
Yes.
thank you. Alicia Nasenzo,
Yes.
thank you. Fiora Ortiz Joyner,
Yes.
thank you. Brian Saunders,
Yes.
thank you. Mark Thurton,
Yes.
thank you,
Yes.
Mark. Ethel Pius, Gib Baconi, Irsa Weatherspoon,
Yes.
thank you. Robert Witherwax, yes. Deborah Young,
Yes.
thank you. The motion passes 10 in favor, 1 opposed.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Shabab and Neil.
Thank
And
Thank you.
we wish you the best moving forward in your new endeavor. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, so committee, do we have any questions or any concerns?
Was that it? Was that the whole agenda?
That's
we
the
get through it all?
whole enchilada.
That's awesome.
We got through it. We got through it, and I think pretty decent time. I just thank everyone for being here and your participation. I just want to remind, so we don't have a collision of people speaking. If you could just, I think it's easier when I'm looking at the screen to raise your hand, because sometimes I miss it in the chat. So if we could just do that so we can just maintain order, I really would appreciate it. And with that, I wish you all, God bless you all, and until next time.
Ursa,
For the rest of the summer.
Ursa, I'd just like to congratulate you on chairing your first meeting. Great job.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations,
Appreciate
Irsa.
that. Thank
Congratulations.
you.
Chair
Thank you. Thank you. All right.
What
All
about
right,
DJ
everybody.
Lobster? They're absent, is that right?
Yeah, they're not, we don't have their paperwork and they're not present.